We start this morning with breaking news in the Jacob Wetterling investigation.
Sources say the suspect in the case led the FBI to remains that are now being tested for DNA. In the last 40 minutes, Patty Wetterling texted WCCO's Esme Murphy, "Our hearts are broken. We have no words." WCCO's Jennifer Merrily learned of these significant developments in the last 2 days, and she joins us now with more. Jen?
The man named as a suspect in Jacob Wetterling's abduction led FBI agents to where he says they'll find the missing boy's body. We have heard they have found remains. This all happened in the last few days as agents pressed Danny Heinrich for information on the nearly 27-year-old mystery. Sources tell me that the FBI took Heinrich out of jail at least twice this week. It's during that time that Heinrich told investigators where they'd find Jacob's body. We know searchers have been at a site in Stearns County for several days. 11-year-old Jacob Wetterling was on his way home from Tom Thumb with his brother and a friend on October 22nd, 1989, when he was abducted by a man with a gun. The attacker told the two other boys to run and not look back or he'd shoot them. Jacob was never seen again. Danny Heinrich was arrested last October at his home in Annandale. Prosecutors charged him with several counts of child pornography and named him as a person of interest in Wetterling's kidnapping. We'll have more on just how early Heinrich was looked at in this case in a moment. But again, sources tell me that the man suspected of kidnapping Jacob Wetterling has told authorities where they'll find his body. Searchers have been at that site for the last few days. Heinrich was also scheduled to be in Minneapolis federal court yesterday at 2:30. We were prepared to be there. That court hearing was canceled early yesterday.
It really is a stunning development, Jen.
It is.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
The FBI first interviewed Danny Heinrich about Wetterling just 8 weeks after the kidnapping. At the time, he was already a suspect in the kidnapping and sexual assault of a 12-year-old boy named Jared Shiro.
Well, Esme, you followed this Heinrich case very closely, and this is a guy who was on the radar very early on the investigation.
Absolutely, Natalie and Amelia. We didn't realize until his arrest on child pornography charges last October just how much of a focus Danny Heinrich was in the early weeks and months after Jacob was kidnapped. In fact, after his arrest, an FBI agent testified that the agency couldn't understand why Heinrich had dropped off the radar for more than 25 years. In the 3.5 months after Jacob's abduction, Danny Heinrich was interviewed and contacted by Stearns County investigators and the FBI at least 4 times. He told the FBI he could not remember where he was the night of Jacob's kidnapping. During that time, the FBI determined that Heinrich's shoe prints and his car tire tracks were consistent but not a scientific match to the prints and tracks found at the Wetterling abduction scene. At the time of that very first FBI interview, Heinrich was already a suspect in the stranger abduction of Jared Shiro, a 12-year-old boy who was abducted as he was walking home in January of 1989 in Cold Spring, Minnesota, 10 months before Jacob was taken. The Wetterling investigators soon found out Heinrich was also a suspect in at least 8 still unsolved assaults on young boys in another nearby town in Paynesville, Minnesota. In February of 1990, 3.5 months after Jacob was taken, Heinrich was actually arrested in the Shiro case. But in what a lead FBI agent later called a comedy of errors, he was released after he insisted he was innocent. Danny Heinrich would drop off the radar for 1/4 of a century until 2015, when investigators say new DNA testing showed he was the man who had assaulted 12-year-old Jared Shiro. It was immediately after that DNA match that the FBI executed a search warrant last summer on his Annandale home. Now, investigators were looking for evidence of Jacob's abduction during that search, but they didn't find any. They did, however, find child pornography. And at the moment, Danny Heinrich is in jail on 25 counts of possessing and receiving child porn. That trial is set to begin in October. If convicted on all those counts, he would go to prison for decades. He's 53 years old, essentially the rest of his life. It is a very, very strong case, the child pornography case.
But just stunning that 25 years had to go by.
Right, absolutely. And since sources tell me that since he has been in jail, he's been in jail almost a year, investigators have been pushing him, trying to get him to admit to what happened to Jacob. And it looks like that finally happened.
All right.
Esme, thank you.
Thank you. Rachel Slavic joins us now from St. Joseph with more on this. Rachel?
Amelia, we right now are at a rural road, the site where Jacob Wetterling was kidnapped nearly 27 years ago. It's here where he was riding his bike with his younger brother and a friend when a masked man with a gun kidnapped him. This spot has such a poignant spot in this town's history, as well as the state. It forever changed this community, as well as families around Minnesota. We, of course, are going to be in town all day talking to community members as the community and much of Minnesota is waking up to hear the developments in Jacob Wetterling's kidnapping.
All right, Rachel, thank you.
Jacob's best friend Aaron Larson was with Wetterling the night of the abduction. Shortly after Heinrich's arrest last fall, Larson spoke with our WCCO's Liz Collin.
He told her his reaction to the arrest and a detail that had never been shared about that night.
He grabbed Jacob and then he told me to run as fast as I could into the woods or else he'd shoot.
His small voice recited the story to reporters.
It shapes who you are as a person.
26 years later, he's doing it again. Only this time, Aaron Larson says it seems different.
Wednesday night, it was a tough night and a tough conversation.
Patty and Jerry Wetterling called Aaron to tell him Danny Heinrich's arrest would be announced the next day.
My heart was racing 1,000 beats a minute.
And when Aaron saw Heinrich's photos, he felt an immediate reaction.
I'll say that it's a feeling that I hadn't had from looking at any other pictures of people.
Aaron Larson is 37 now, the same age Jacob Wetterling would be.
My favorite color is blue. My best friend is Aaron Larson.
Best friends until the night Jacob disappeared. The rest of it we know well. The boys rode their bikes home after renting a movie. A masked man with a gun ordered them into a ditch. But a detail not discussed, Aaron was sexually assaulted by that man, grabbed in the groin area before being told to leave. Similar to what happened in the string of attacks in Paynesville in the 2 years prior.
You were always known as the friend that was with Jacob Wetterling.
Oh yeah, I would say definitely.
Aaron says not a day goes by he doesn't think about Jacob.
You live with that guilt of, I'm here and how come Jacob's not here?
He's hopeful this latest break will lead to some kind of closure.
You never give up. You want to find out where he is.
Jacob's parents, Patty and Jerry Wetterling, have never given up. They've been through a roller coaster of memories, anniversaries, and false hope since his abduction.
And they have worked tirelessly to help other families of missing and exploited children. Last October, John Lordson looked at how so much good has come from the strength of two grieving parents.
My favorite food is steak. My favorite color is blue.
Jacob was just 11 years old, and October 22nd, 1989 would be the night that would forever change a family, a city, an entire state.
He was large?
Sort of.
Okay.
He has it looks sort of like nylon things as a mask.
Jacob was abducted while riding his bike with his brother and a friend.
He grabbed Jacob and then he told me to run as fast as I could into the woods or else he'd shoot.
There's no explanation. I don't feel the anger yet. I just want him home.
I'm very optimistic. My son is pretty intelligent, and if there's any way that he can help pull himself through this, he's going to do so.
Searches were conducted through the air and on foot. The slogan Jacob's Hope got national attention.
Listen, Jacob, can you hear our prayers? We love you.
But weeks and then months went by with no sign of Jacob. His family, however, has never given up hope. In 1990, they established the Jacob Wetterling Foundation, a national database that helps families of missing children. Later, the Jacob Wetterling Act created a sex offender registry and helped launch the Amber Alert.
I'm fighting for the world that Jacob knew and believed in.
The years have brought hope for answers. In 2010, investigators used backhoes and searched the farm property of the Wetterling's neighbor Daniel Rassier, but nothing was found. They also interviewed convicted murderer Delbert Huber about Jacob's disappearance before Huber died in prison.
Never had nothing to do with the Jacob Wetterling kid. Never knew him.
2.5 decades of searching with no answers. Years go by, but hope remains.
I never want to have to look Jacob in the eye and say, you know, I wanted to keep going, but I got tired, or it was so long, you know? It's like we never quit, ever.
And today, 97% of missing children return home. I just think this case had such an impact, not only on families here in the state, but across the country. And I think that there was a loss of innocence, essentially.
Absolutely.
Both for parents and for children.
Absolutely, and I think the Wetterlings deserve so much credit for pushing for things like sex offender registries. This case, I don't think would happen today. There were some cases in Paynesville that I mentioned in my story, 8 cases before Jacob, before Jared, that never obviously were very thoroughly investigated, and Danny Heinrich was a suspect in those cases. And it's heartbreaking to look at that video and see how long an ordeal this has been.
It is. I think this is something that weighs heavily on all of us. I remember I was the same age as Jacob when he went missing. And I remember my younger brother, who was only a couple years old at the time, asking my mom every single day, have they found Jacob yet? And I know that for the nearly 27 years, all of us have been hoping for some kind of resolution.
You hold out that hope.
Right.
Yeah.
And another person who did extraordinary work is Jared Shirel. This is a young boy who was victimized in a horrible way. He survived, and he was put through the ringer in the aftermath of Jacob's abduction. He was questioned so much. His case was not taken as seriously as it should have been. And in the past few years, he has worked with a blogger and has worked to try and find victims from the Paynesville cases and to put this all together. And he spoke out and said, I think all these cases are related. Well, he was right. He was right. And the blogger Joy Baker, I think, also deserves some credit in this. But it is, to watch that video is just heartbreaking.
It really is. And your thoughts go out to the Wetterling family, for Patty. I mean, I know, I think even though she said she wants closure, there's still that bit of hope, I think. Just a little bit of hope, like she said, you know?
In that text message this morning, we have no words. Our hearts are broken. Patty and Jerry Wetterling, obviously, such a tragedy.